Why are some sellers in Batavia, Illinois paying thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars in property taxes at closing? If you don't understand how this works, it can be a huge surprise, and honestly, a pretty frustrating one. So let me break this down in a really simple way so you know exactly what to expect. So in Illinois, property taxes are paid in what's called arrears. And all that means is you're paying your taxes after the fact. So when you get a property tax bill, you're actually paying for the previous year, not the current year. And this is where things start to catch sellers off guard. When you're selling your home, you're going to get a net sheet that shows how much money you're walking away with after the sale. And then suddenly, most sellers see a large amount taken out for property taxes, and a lot of them are thinking, wait a minute, why am I paying for this? I thought I already paid my taxes. And now, here's how it actually works. Let's say you sell your home in April of 2026. At that point, you have not paid your 2025 property taxes yet. So at closing, you owe the buyer your entire 2025 tax bill, usually at about 105%. That's customary in King County. Plus, you're going to owe the portion of 2026 taxes for the time that you lived in the home. Now the exact amount depends obviously on how much your home is worth, but in Batavia and Fox Valley, property taxes can vary quite a bit. You might see anywhere from around $5,000 on the lower end, $12,000 to $15,000 in the mid-range, and up to $20,000 or $30,000 obviously for higher price properties. But instead of focusing on that exact number, what really matters is understanding why you're paying it. So let me give you a simple example. Let's say your property taxes are around $12,000 a year. So when you sell, you will owe that full amount the prior year plus a little extra for the portion of the current year that we are in. But again, that number could be much higher depending on your home. So this is the part that can feel a little frustrating because sellers often think they're walking away with a certain number. And then this large tax amount shows up and reduces their proceeds. Not because anything is wrong, but because it wasn't fully understood up front. But here's the good news. This is the part that's really important. When you go to buy your next home, that seller is going to credit you for their unpaid property taxes the exact same way. So in many cases, this ends up being a wash. But timing matters, and surprises are what people don't like. So the biggest mistake I see sellers make is not planning for this early. If you don't know this number ahead of time, it can completely change what you think you're walking away with. So if you're thinking about selling in Batavia or anywhere in the Fox Valley area, make sure that you're working with someone who walks you through those numbers up front. So there are zero surprises when you get paid at the closing table.